having a little flashback when Clay got rolling there as far as just a lot of threes in a short period of time and not missing. And
it was awesome to see. I love when he's got that pep in a step and getting rewarded with the shots going in, and he can get hot at any moment. And he got that look in his eye. We love to see that. It's a big boost for the whole team. I know it's for him as well. And I'm just going to give him some pointers on the celebrations. But other than that, it was kind of a flawless performance by him. And that flurry in the first half really helped us bring some energy to the game.
What specifically did he miss on the celebration, or what?
I think the first one, he didn't even realize that they hadn't called a timeout yet. He was already looking at the crowd, and then it was definitely going to happen, but he was a little premature.
Steph, you had that left-handed flick to Clay in the second quarter to lead him. Does he have to shoot the ball when you give him a pass like that, 35 feet, whatever, in the air down court?
That was, I think, maybe his fourth one?
Well, I think it was the second quarter. I think.
Which one you talking? The one on the left wing?
Yeah, you kind of flicked it down court.
Yeah, I think that was like the third one he had made, and it was a transition play where I knew he was in space, so I kind of you just get it to him however you can, as quick as you can. I didn't expect him to shoot that one, honestly, because Davion closed out pretty quick, but he had on his mind he's gonna get it up, and went to the sidestep in left corner and knocked it in. It was obviously a very difficult shot, but getting him the opportunity to figure out what he wanted to do, I just wanted to get him the ball quick, and he made it worth it.
Steph, the way you guys space the floor, is that allowing Clay to kind of penetrate and dish and pick up more assists and as well, and get you guys in better position to do that?
It's more so on him to understand, they know he's back, and especially when he makes a couple shots early, he's gonna get a lot of attention. They're gonna close out hard to him. We have created a lot of good looks with we call it 0.5 basketball, and everybody just making quick decisions, whether you're driving and kicking or whether you're just swinging it. And so for him, I know that was probably one of the bigger adjustments, trying to be patient to find his flow and not have to force things early, and taking what the defense gives him. He's shown he can, be an amazing playmaker and use that against, the defense if they want to be super aggressive to close out to him. So he's got to continue to find that balance, because we know he can shoot, we know he can score. And until he's playing his full, 30-plus minute, rotation, that balance is very important for him to continue to get, rhythm in our offense.
Stephen, when Clay is in that zone, what would constitute a bad shot?
Getting blocked. That's about it. When they see some daylight, when you make 2 or 3, the heat check's it's going to come. So as long as it's got a chance to be anywhere around the rim, it's a good shot.
How's your nose?
It's a little beat up, but it's all right.
Did you have to get it x-rayed or looked at?
I'm fine. Just was leaking a little bit. You should see Buddy's arm. Took the worst of it. So
in the middle of the Clay eruption, and you had made a couple, and then there's Kuminga in transition just pulling from 3. Do you almost respect that he's willing to do that, or do you have to pull him aside and say, hey, get it to somebody else there?
I like the aggressiveness and the confidence. That's the learning curve in terms of allowing us to help make it easier on him to get, good looks. Because when we have that going, if you, DHO or, swing and pin down, you're going to get, wide open. Coach has talked about it a little bit, and it's, for a young guy to feel that and understand the way that the game is moving and the attention that we get. If we can still be in the play, you're going to get an amazing look. So it's a teachable moment, but it's also you love the confidence because you want to start there and work your way back as opposed to trying to get somebody to or anybody who's timid out there on the floor. Like, we don't want that either.
And what's it like having him as a pick and roll roller? I imagine that presents some challenges to defense.
Yeah, he puts pressure on the rim. We got 2 plays in the second half where they trapped me. I threw it to Juan T. He found JK at the rim for a lob, and then he set a screen for me in the transition, and I threw it a pocket pass, and he was able to catch, survey, kind of do a little sidestep and finish at the rim. So it's great to have, a threat where he can get in the pocket and get in the paint, see the floor. He's shown, that he can make that pass to the corner or to the weak side if somebody's open, but he also can put pressure on the rim. So the more reps he gets, the more he'll be able to feel those possessions out. And, he's doing a pretty good job of that.
You welcome a few days without a game or when you're in this, early February, even though you're in an 8-game winning streak?
You always just approach it with whatever the challenge ahead is. Like, you want to keep the momentum going. We have some things to clean up defensively that we can watch some film and do some drill work and stuff like that. We also got some guys that, have been out and could use some practice time to get their legs back and hopefully get back in the lineup. So 6 in one half a dozen the other. It's kind of, you take it for what it is, and hopefully we get ready to play in OKC, I think.
You very clearly have said, at the beginning of the season, this season's going to be in thirds, play without Clay, adjust to Clay, and then when Clay's back and going, you guys really kick it into gear. Now with Draymond out, is that adjusted, or are you still, and then what phase would you be in right now?
No, it's still in that middle phase. It's tough because that wasn't a part of the plan to have, Draymond out for so long. And I know he's making progress and hopefully can get back in a reasonable time so that we have a good chunk of the remaining schedule before the playoffs to kind of find our rhythm and peak at the right time. So I just like the way we're trending in terms of, 3 weeks ago, we had some rough nights, and it was kind of gloomy around the locker room in terms of our performance and our energy and all that. And we responded extremely well, obviously winning 8 in a row, and, guys, starting to fill certain roles. We just want to have a good stretch where we hopefully have a full squad to see what we got to work with and how rotations are going to be and all that. And post All-Star break, it'll be a very important part of the season, obviously.
Kuminga had a moment in the early second where, he took a 3 even though Clay was hot and kind of getting towards the corner. He also had a moment where he set a nice pin in for a Clay 3. How have you seen him grow and try to balance that of, being aggressive, but also doing some unique stuff that's kind of just Steve Kerr's offense?
It's the learning curve of, understanding how we do things and what is, good offense. How you read those options. There's no perfect way to summarize that process. Are you open to those teachable moments where, we had one play in San Antonio Houston. It was a transition, and, he got caught in the paint with 2 guys and their shooters all the way around. And coach talked about that in the moment, but also he praised the way he was aggressive attacking the rim in other possessions. So it's just a matter of we continue to go through those reps and feeling out, the game and understanding how you're supposed to approach it. Because, every possession is going to be critical when we get into a playoff type atmosphere and he's playing. You can't afford to, let those possessions go. So it's hard to summarize what that process is like. It's just he has to go through it.